Today, UNFPD's deputy chief shoots a carjacker, a fire on campus, and a recap of the men's basketball game. That's all coming up right here on Spinnaker News. Hello, Ospreys. I'm Taylor Johnson.
And I'm Catherine Marsh, and you're watching Spinnaker News on Spinnaker Television.
So, Catherine, I heard we had a big game over spring break.
Yes, absolutely. Our men's basketball team took on Robert Morris in the NCAA tournament, but I'll have more on that later.
Can't wait to hear about it. And for today's top news story, UNFPD Deputy Police Chief Charles Strudel shot a suspect 3 times in the butt during a failed carjacking attempt. This occurred at 10:45 p.m. on March 16th. This is according to a phone interview with Chief of UNFPD Frank Mackesy and a police report from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. According to Mackesy, Strudel was off duty and buying ice at a vending machine near his home when the suspect approached Strudel with a handgun and told Strudel to give him his truck. The retired JSO officer reportedly slapped away the gun, at which point the suspect pistol whipped Strudel, resulting in a severe laceration to the head. The suspect also reportedly kicked at Strudel, bruising his leg. The suspect attempted to flee, but Strudel pulled his weapon from his holster and fired 3 times toward the direction of the suspect. All 3 shots hit the suspect in the butt. Spinnaker will update with more information as it becomes available. On March 17th, a fire broke out at the UNF Aquatic Center. Despite a number of emergency responder vehicles, there seemed to be minimal damage to the exterior of the building. Due to construction barriers and vehicles in the way, it was impossible to judge the extent of the damage. However, Spinnaker did observe the fire ladder and fire hose being retracted back into a fire truck at the scene, as well as a fair amount of water on the ground. Sergeant Price reassured Spinnaker that no one was harmed by the fire. Spinnaker will update with more information when it becomes available. All right, Ospreys, now it's time to check out what the weather is going to be like for today. Here's Diane Colley.
Good morning, Ospreys. I hope you're all settling back in nicely and getting ready for the last few weeks of school. I'm Diane Colley here with your Spinnaker weather update. It looks like our sunny spring break is over and the rain is setting in with an 80% chance of rain before 2 p.m. You might want to consider carrying an umbrella all day because tonight there's a 30% chance of showers with northeast winds coming in at about 11 miles per hour. The high for today is 70 degrees with a low tonight around 56. Hoping to still catch some waves, Surfline reports that swells will be a dismal 0 to 1 foot until 5 p.m., when they will increase to 1 and 2 feet. Well, that's it for today's weather update. Now let's take a look at your 3-day forecast.
Thanks, Diane, for that weather update. And now for your sports report, here's Catherine Marsh.
Thanks, Taylor. Good morning, Ospreys. I'm Catherine Marsh here getting you caught up on your Spinnaker sports. If any of you students didn't know, the UNF men's basketball team made history last Wednesday when they took on Robert Morris in the NCAA tournament. The stage was set in Dayton, Ohio, and our players were excited. As you can see in the first half, the Ospreys started off strong with a major block from Bebe Daniels. The Ospreys would continue to pick up the pace as number 14, Dallas Moore, tosses an alley-oop to Daniels, making them hotter than ever on the court. The Ospreys finished up the first half in the lead with a score of 35-29, and the stands were going crazy. Here are a few words from Coach Driscoll about the game at halftime.
Between the black lines, it's about players being players. Ballers make plays, dudes are dudes. I mean, that's the way life works.
What words of wisdom from our head coach, but unfortunately the Ospreys would fall short and the Colonials would eventually steal the lead early in the second half. As you can see, Marquise Reed lays it up in the second half to take the lead 68-66. Robert Morris would go on to win the game at 81-77. Looking ahead to next season, the Ospreys return 4 out of 5 starters, so the future is bright for UNF men's basketball. Well, that's it for your Spinnaker Sports. Taylor, back to you.
Thanks, Catherine. Well, that's all the time we have for you today on Spinnaker News, but for more on the stories reported today and other stories, you can check out UNFspinnaker.com. You can also like the Spinnaker on Facebook at facebook.com/UNFspinnaker, and you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at UNFspinnaker. For Diane Colley and Catherine Marsh, I'm Taylor Johnson. Have a great day, UNF.